Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Flash Finds Podcast, the world's fastest podcast where we explore how Facebook can help you with the stuff you're into. I'm your host, Emma Rogue, and today I'm with creator and home decor guru, Julie Souza. Julie, what's your number one tip?
So if you're into home decor, I would suggest looking into Buy Nothing Facebook groups. It's a great way to explore your style, all for free.
Ooh, we love free stuff. Thanks, Julie. See you next time on the Flash Finds Podcast, all about discovering the stuff on Facebook you care about. Bye.
Hey guys, this episode today is brought to you by our good friends at Fetch Rewards. What is Fetch Rewards? It is an awesome app that's available on Google Play and the App Store. Download it today and check it out. Guys, as you can see, I'm out and about. And when I'm always out and about, busy with errands, busy with food shopping, whatever, right? I always make sure that the Fetch Rewards app is active on my phone. Next time you're out and about, save that receipt, because that receipt will give you rewards on things like Amazon gift cards, Walmart gift cards, movie tickets, sporting event tickets, and so much more. Download Fetch Rewards on the App Store and Google Play and check them out today, guys.
Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Patriot Brief. All right, guys, let's get the show started, huh?
Hey guys, welcome to today's brief. It's October 6th. Wow, the year is just like slipping right by. Hope everybody tuned into last night's episode. Collectively Cole, Rand's podcast joined us. Nicole from the podcast there joined us on yesterday's show. Was a really good show. Hope you all liked that show. Always a privilege and an honor to have Nicole back on the podcast here to basically just, give her insights on the political world. Guys, I want to bring in this caller here, basically a concerned citizen for the United States. I'm understanding now a little bit about this caller. Basically, a man that's concerned about China eventually taking over America, and this is Chris here. We're gonna bring him into the show here just in a few minutes. This is Chris out of Atlanta, Georgia. Don't know this guy personally, but I guess he's been listening to the show as of late, and he's concerned. He's concerned about how China might be possibly taking over America. Just of what's basically going on here. Let's bring Chris into the show here. We're gonna get him on here in a momentarily bit here. Waiting for him to answer here. Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you now. Yeah, your audio is very low though.
Audio. Okay, maybe I'll just scoot up more to the mic. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. I can hear you now. Just kind of low. Guys, we have on the show today Chris out of Atlanta today, and as I told the listeners here as I opened up the brief. You're kind of concerned of what's going on here, right, with this China-America scenario?
That is correct. Yeah, that is exactly correct. Just a little backstory. I've never been an activist, never thought about it, never been a patriot. And one day I saw a lady heckling the president when he visited the Chinese president when he visited George W. Bush at the time, and what she was shouting about was organ harvesting. So the Falun Gong people were doing black market organ harvesting, and I just thought that was an atrocity. I thought that could never happen in today's world. And sure enough, after researching it, after doing the studies there, And not only that, but now our debt, so we're so much in debt with China. Those are some of my fears that I was scared about. What's going to happen to America and China?
I couldn't agree with you more, Chris. We're seeing concern after concern, of just this whole Biden administration, of what's truly going on, and none of us know what to believe. I mean, they're basically tippy-toeing over the entire mandate vaccines, excuse me. And, 1 week it's, we think you should wear masks. The next week, you don't have to wear the mask. I thought they had to implement this vaccine, so people don't have to wear masks. I mean, what is going on with this crap?
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. And they're trying to make it a mandate to get the shot. It's getting out of control. Our government is getting too much of a tyrant, or becoming too much of a tyrant, towards us. We're getting more of a danger zone. Our government's eventually just going to force, eventually become a socialist or communist country, which obviously we don't want. And that's the same as China. China is a communist country.
Yeah.
They want to see America. They want to see America fail. China does not care about us. He doesn't care. They want to see the Americans fail. They want to be the number one contender. There's a theory that it's called 2040, where China wants to be the global power of the world, and they would do anything. They would love nothing more than to see America fall flat on its face. They would love to be able to take over America. They would love to humiliate America. There's also right now there's a fear that they might be going over to Taiwan, and I fear that our administration will not do anything to protect Taiwan. I think Japan will try to help, but they're eventually going to start taking over country. China is, and they're even. This is how terrible China is. They're even giving billions of dollars for projects to these countries that know they can't pay it back. And what's China going to eventually say? They're going to say, "Hey, well, you can't pay it back, so just give us your land." And then they start becoming an empire and taking over land. It's getting dangerous out there.
Yeah, it's getting real bad. I mean, and what's Biden going to do? I mean, we know he's not going to do anything because, I mean, what did he do with Afghanistan? Nothing. Left 13 American soldiers dead. And how much more American citizens are over there in Afghanistan, trapped behind enemy lines? We don't know because, the press secretary, Jen Psaki, isn't reporting on that, is not telling us the true facts. I mean, literally, when a reporter asks, about Afghanistan and what's going on there, she's quickly to just disclose that and just end it right there and say, oh, well, and then go right into another segment. It's like, we're not learning the truth from this administration. And I mean, Biden is literally setting us up for, a national security threat.
Correct. Yeah. Biden, I don't even know if Biden if facilities are all the way there. I don't even know if the elevator goes all the way up. It's very sad to see. Here's our president. Here's the president of the United States, and he looks as if he has dementia. It's very sad, and he looks weak. He looks pitiful.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a president look like that. But I mean, I don't even know if he's even running the show. He's probably a puppet, and either the Clinton machine or the Obama machine or the George Soros machine is behind all this to try to eventually wreck the Americas and destroy the Americas, how we are, the democracy of the Republic of America. We're clearly seeing that. We're clearly seeing the radical left, like you say, the machine. We're seeing that machine literally show its true colors of just everything. I mean, it took. I mentioned this on yesterday's podcast. With collectively Cole Rant's podcast, Nicole that joined the show. I mentioned this just on yesterday's show, that it literally took President Trump, 4 years to build America back from the destruction that we've seen from Barry Obama. And literally now it's taking Biden less than a year to destroy all of what Trump built. It's terrible. Yeah. This administration, it's extremely sad to see people willing to do whatever they can to destroy this country. It's really sad to see them either bringing illegal immigrants in. One thing I was so surprised about, I was studying about Rome. The biggest reason Rome failed also is that they just legalized everybody in one day. The emperor said, "Oh, we're going to legalize all these barbarians. We're doing the same here as well. We're bringing all these immigrants in from Haiti, Mexico, Chile. They're all coming in. Eventually, we're not going to have a border. Eventually, they don't want borders here. Is what I eventually believe."
Well, that's the message. That's the message, Chris. With this administration, they want open borders. They want to literally allow anybody to basically just come into a country. And I've said this on the podcast many, many times, and many, many times over. A country is not a country without a secure border. You need to have borders, language, and culture in any country, for that matter. I mean, try doing this in any other country, coming over without being questioned about a visa, an ID, proper, identification. Try doing that in another country, say a third world country, and you basically, if you're lucky, will get out alive. If anything, you might have a finger chopped off. You might even be imprisoned.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you go to Mexico and they catch you illegally, you are definitely going to go to jail. And who knows? They don't even keep good records. They may, like you say, they may eventually just, as I do air quote, just say you ended up missing or got killed by the cartel. They may just say something similar to that. It's unfortunate. Yeah, you go to all these any types of country like that. They're not open embrace as we are. No one, and we want to have a border. We want to have a country. We want to make sure that we have laws in place. We want people to come in legally that do the right thing. There are people who are willing to come in legally, who are waiting in line to come in legally, and they are willing to go and pick up trash on the sidewalk. That's how much they love this country, the America, the USA.
Right. And we need to bring back that original form of America, because this country, like you mentioned, Chris, is a country of, this is a constitutional republic. And without any laws, you are allowing anybody to just do what they please. That's not how our four founding fathers originally designed this country.
That is correct, yeah, and it is a shame to see this country becoming downhill. It's a shame to see the cancel culture or the wokeness, whatever you want to call those strange people that do that. It's a shame that it's also a shame that they go by feelings instead of logic. You go by feelings. Oh, these poor people. Well, these people also, there's rules and laws and regulations that we still need to figure out.
You there? I think I lost. Okay.
We still need to have logic and rules and regulations.
Right. And, as I close this out, this is the Patriot Brief. So, like you said, this is a country about law and order, sovereignty, and if you don't have any of that, even culture for that matter, if you don't have any of that, you have a broken nation. You have a broken nation, and you also have a corrupted nation. And that does not look good for us on the world stage. You there?
Cool. Yeah.
But you understand what I mean? Like if you have if you don't have law and order and you don't have corruption, you have a broken nation.
Correct. Yeah. It's anarchy, as they say. It's completely anarchy.
Yeah.
It is equivalent to Mexico. Mexico, they have the police or policia, but it's not the same as law and order here. It's not. They're corrupt down there, unfortunately, and it's going to get that way eventually here. Unfortunately, we don't want it to. We never want that. We want to have law and order and rules and regulations. We want people to have the good spirit, to want to work hard, to want to keep fighting, doing the right thing.
Right.
We love immigrants. We want immigrants to come, but we want them to come in the right legal way. We want the people that are dedicated to work here, that want to work here. We don't want people just going out here and gang banging or robbing or getting drunk, driving, and killing people. We want the ones who want to work hard and do the right thing here.
Like you said, this is America. With all due respect, I mean, this is America. We're not a third world country. We have law and order, and people need to abide by that. And if you're not going to abide by that, it's either the door is right there or you're going to be prisoned, sadly. And that's the way it has to be.
Yep. Or you're going to get kicked back out. And we got to secure that border. People don't realize how much you got to secure that border. And then they were lying. I don't know if you saw, they were lying about them using whips. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, it's really terrible what the radical left, the progressives, they're all doing, and how they're lying and trying to fabricate.
Chris, that's the mainstream media for you. That's their narrative, that's their agenda. Because if they use that racism type of scenario, they can sell that. And when they sell that, people, like I said, you could say, like, for example, the sky is really gray. It's not blue. It's just an illusion. And people sadly will believe that, and like I've said many times on this show, the mainstream media is the true enemy of this country, because they're not making America first. And we need to put our American citizens first before we put, illegal immigrants first. That's just the way it is. It's not being mean. It's not being harsh. You got to take care of your people first in this country before you start worrying about other people.
That is correct. Yeah, and they're not doing that, unfortunately. It's interesting how Trump was putting America first. How he was putting everybody, every race, and like you say, they used a race card multiple times. You could say hello, and you say, and someone says hi. Oh, your race is good. You said hi and not hello. It's so ridiculous and lucrative how out of the box they go with calling people race baiter and all these race baiters.
Exactly. And I was at the store the other day, and I'm not going to say the store's name for privacy issues, but I was at the store the other day, and this white gentleman happened to open the door, which is very rare. You don't see anybody opening doors for anybody, no matter what race or gender you are. You just don't see that anymore. It's very rare. Yeah. It's a rare commodity. And the gentleman, he happened to open this door for this woman, and the woman happened to be an elderly black lady. And he says, "You're welcome, ma'am." And she's like, "What do you mean I'm welcomed? I didn't I'm welcomed? Like, lady, I'm thinking to myself after a while, like looking at this, like this isn't the 1940s and 50s, during, Martin Luther King era, this stuff has to stop, and this is what we're seeing. It's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, eventually the chivalry really will be dead, as the saying goes. It will be dead because people typically are generally nice in general. I don't think most people are malice or evil. I think the majority of people are nice and cordial. I know people just want to go to their works and home and don't want to be bothered with this. But yeah, when people do something out of the ordinary, open a door or say hello or nod or anything like that, and people get rude about it, and they want to go out here and just be sarcastic, and it is. I mean, eventually, why would anybody want to open the door for anybody? Why would I want to say hello to anyone? Eventually, this is going to become a place where you don't even want to speak to anybody. Because even in today's woke world and cancel culture world, you can say something that doesn't even mean it, and they can turn it around. Like you're saying, the narrative, they can try to spin it around and cut. They did it all the time with Trump. They can trim words and make it sound like you said the worst things under the sun when you didn't even say anything.
Yeah, sure. Chris, I got about less than a minute left. Did you want to say anything to the listeners before I close it out here? Or?
Yeah, I really want to appreciate you and your listeners taking time out of your day to listen to me. I love this. I love this, what you're doing. You're a great patriot. I want you to keep up the fight. I want to continue. I want America to be the best in the world. And again, I appreciate you taking time to speak with me. It was amazing. Thank you to all your listeners and yourself.
Well, thank you, Chris, and thank you for supporting the podcast here. I appreciate everything you say. And Thank you very much, Chris. You're always welcome back on the show. Much appreciation to you, sir, and you have a great day.
Thanks, you as well. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Chris. Take it easy.
All right, bye.
All right, guys, you just heard a concerned caller called into the show. Apparently, this gentleman has listened to the show once before. Chris out of Atlanta, Georgia, a concerned patriot here on the show. And like you said, guys, we have to continue fighting the good fight of patriotism. We have to continue to literally just employ our insights, our vision to this country, and that's the only way this country will survive. Because like I said, folks, if you don't have borders, if you don't have language, and if you don't have culture, you have a broken nation and you have a corrupt nation. And we need to be a nation that separates us from corrupted nations around the world. We need to represent the world stage as a country of sovereignty, a country of strength, and that's how we will become America once again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Patriot Brief. I'm your host, Mike, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks very much, guys. God bless you.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.